I had never really been tested or gone through any trials before this. Nothing is major. I was saved at a young age, around 9 or 10 at VBS. In my mid-20s, I rededicated my life to Christ. About a year later is when he called me to Iowa. Met Ryan about a year later, and he introduced me to Lakeside. I've been there about 6 years, became a member and was baptized there. If you dream about your wedding and what it's going to be like and exactly what you want, and it was it. It was, I married the man of my dreams, and it was a perfect day. I went on a great honeymoon. About a month after we got back, we found out we were expecting. Super excited. I just kept thinking, wow, we are so blessed, like this amazing wedding. We get pregnant right away. Things were just going great. A couple weeks later, after we found out that we were expecting, we had a miscarriage. We kept pretty quiet, didn't really tell anyone, we were sad and upset, but just kind of went on with life and moved on. A month and a half or so later, we found out we were expecting again. This time we were more excited. We just kept thinking that, the last time that was just a fluke, something happened, this time was gonna be okay. I went to our ultrasound, and we found out there that there was no heartbeat. Ryan's great at he can just almost kind of move on. He understood that, it was God's plan, and he was able to see that and kind of just move on. I had a harder time. It took me a long time to see that it was God's will. I struggled a lot, not understanding why it was happening. About a year after that second loss, we found out we were expecting again for a third time. Again, we were very excited, very cautious and nervous, but you get excited and your hopes are so high. Went to our ultrasound, there was a heartbeat. It was early on, but this was it. We were so excited, told our family at Christmas. A few weeks later, we miscarried again. This time was a lot harder. Didn't really understand, again, why it happened. I was blaming God because I didn't understand why it was happening, and then I was mad at myself for being mad at him. A few months later, Ryan came to me and just sat me down and said, I wasn't the person that he'd married anymore. I had lost my joy, my hope. We prayed about it, and at that moment, God's grace just took over, and my thoughts changed. We started talking about it. We wanted people to be aware, that it's normal. We wanted to find the joy and be able to help people through this. It was just that one moment that I just needed, Ryan to say that I was idolizing having a child over Christ, and that just really hit me. It broke me. And at that point forward, we were able to find our joy again. That verse just really stuck out to me, that wow, like Christ was, leading us into these trials and testing our faith, and it took us a while to be able to just surrender it to Him and really give it to Him and understand what it was for. A few months later, we both felt the call for foster care and adoption. So in January of 2021. We started the journey to become licensed foster and adoptive parents. During that time, we were also seeing a fertility doctor in Omaha just to see what was going on, make sure there was no major health concerns. We were told that we wouldn't be able to conceive naturally, It was hard to hear, but at the same time, we were able to just sit back and pray about it and know that it was Christ's will, and that it was His plan. And then we were able to officially apply for our license. The day after that final home study, we found out that we were expecting naturally. So it was quite a shock and surprise. We were very hesitant, very nervous, but this time it felt different. We had hope, but we were also able to give the baby to Christ and say, it's your will, whatever happens, and we know it's your plan. We have Brecken Ryan Renfro now. He's a crazy, lovable, fun little guy. He's got the best personality. He'll be 1 November 21st. We are still licensed foster and adoptive parents. We haven't officially taken any placements yet. We're still very open to it and still would love to adopt in the future. Don't stay quiet about it and keep it bottled in. Talk to someone, talk to your husband, your friends. It's very common, a lot more common than most people think. And when you start talking about it, you'll understand that it's hard, it's not easy to talk about. I felt tons of shame for a long time. I was embarrassed. I felt like it was my fault. It took us a long time to get over that and get through that. God has a plan for your life, and it might not be the plan that you have or the one that you want or thought you wanted, but it's greater and more beautiful than anything that you could ever imagine.